How many of you with kids have ever thought to yourself, I wish my child behaved better? How many have thought, I wish my child slept more? How about, I wish my child could focus, not get sick so often, or even have a schedule that wasn't so random? And those without kids, have you ever asked yourself what you're going to do when you do have kids and you have similar questions? Now, there are many reasons that children and teens can have irregular behaviors, but one that is most important is their sleep patterns or sleep schedules. Sleep affects how they feel, which will in turn affect how they act. So why do any of us need sleep? Some say that they do just fine without sleep. I don't need sleep, right? But it has been proven that inadequate sleep interferes with health and can cause us to be less focused and have lower levels of cognitive ability. When we as adults don't get enough sleep, we can express it in ways that don't necessarily disturb others. We become grumpy or stressed or become slackers the whole day, but then we drink some caffeine or take some sleeping pills to help us, and then we're okay, right? But when children and teens don't get that sleep that they need, especially those under 4, they don't have that capability to keep it inside, and therefore they act out. Or in some circumstances, they fall into bad patterns, which is where they don't get sleep, and then that makes them become stressed. And then it's also hard for them to fall asleep the next time, and then they lose sleep again, which creates more stress. There's a book called Healthy Sleep Habits, Happy Child, and it's by Dr. Mark Weisbooth, and he talks about why it's so important for children and adolescents to get the proper amount of sleep. He says, sleep deprivation harms children. If your child does not learn to sleep well, he may become an incurable adult insomniac, chronically disabled from sleepiness and dependent on sleeping pills. He emphasizes that the use of sleep schedules for your baby so that when your children are older, they do not develop sleep problems. In a study published by the Journal of School Health in May 2009, they looked at 184 9th to 12th grade students from 3 different high schools. They studied how sleep duration affects the health of children and adolescents. Shorter sleep durations have been associated with poor academic performance, unintentional injuries, and obesity in adolescents. The percentage of students that did not get enough sleep during the week was 91.9%. That is almost all of them, right? They found that students were generally not getting enough sleep, which would be less than 7 hours each night during the week. They also found that adolescents will benefit from having consistent sleep times, which means that adolescents and children will function better with a sleep schedule rather than random times of awakening and falling asleep. There are so many parents out there that do not know about the harmful effects of not getting enough sleep and not having a scheduled sleeping routine. I know that for me, when I became a parent for the first time, I thought that keeping a baby up at night to see family or friends probably wouldn't hurt them. And maybe missing a nap so that I could run errands wasn't a big deal, but it is. When I did those things, I was depriving my child of all the benefits that sleep can give them. And then I would ask her why she was behaving badly. We should be better as parents and learn the negative effects that we are inflicting on our children. So what can we do as parents? First, we can learn how to help our children to create routine sleep schedules, whatever age they may be, and then help them to maintain it through their early years. That way, when they are teens, they will already have good habits under their belt and choose to sleep more often. To do this, we need to know how much sleep our child should be getting. Parents.com gives us a good outline to follow. Newborn to 2 months of age is about 16 to 18 hours. 2 to 6 months is about 14 to 15 hours. 6 to 9 months, or 6 to 12 months, is about 14 hours of sleep. 12 to 18 months is 13 to 14 hours. 18 to 3 years is 13 to 14 hours as well. And you have 3 to 5 years, which is about 11 to 13 hours. 5 to 12 years is about 10 to 11 hours. And up from there, it's about 7 hours of sleep. Second, we need to know our children and see the cues they give us saying, I am ready to go to sleep. For more information on this, I would read the book that I mentioned before, Healthy Sleep Habits, Happy Child. This book gives you great ways of knowing what cues are and how to notice them. Cues would be things like yawning and sucking for babies, things like that, so that we can learn how to watch our children closely. Third, we should not be the selfish parent that puts our child's sleep second and our busy lives first. Dr. Mark Weisblue says, "Please don't think that it has no lasting effect when you routinely keep your child up too late for your own pleasure after work or because you want to avoid bedtime confrontation, or when you cut corners on naps in order to run errands or visit friends. Once in a while for special occasions or reasons, it's okay, but day in, day out, sleep deprivation at night or for naps, as a matter of habit, could be very damaging to your child. Cumulative chronic sleep losses, even of brief duration, may be harmful for learning." Now, all parents have felt the anxiety that comes with not being able to control the behaviors of your child. We will all fight with our children on something that they don't want to do, simply because they don't yet understand that it might help them in the future. It is a big order to try and learn a whole new way of teaching and helping your child sleep better. It will not be easy. It may at times not be fun. But is that a reason to simply give in and say, "There's so much on my plate right now, I can't learn about this. My child sleeps, pretty well, so I'm okay"? If there's a way to help your child become the best they can be emotionally, cognitively, and physically, wouldn't you at least try to do it? I can tell you that I did, and I will say that I will never go back to thinking that my child does not need sleep. They need it to learn and grow and develop into smart, emotionally stable human beings. Please change your ways and help the rising generation to not be dependent on sleeping pills and caffeine because they cannot simply fall asleep. Thank you.